Well, it's our last video for our rafting trip on the Salmon River in Idaho. We're doing a 6-day, 5-night wilderness whitewater rafting trip. It's our last video. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our first two installments of our rafting trip. We did day 1 and 2 in this video right here, so check that out if you haven't seen it. Days 1 and 2 were fantastic. We were just starting to learn how to do all the rafting and just getting used to everybody and getting to know the guides. It was a fantastic time. And then we did a video on days 3 and 4, which you can see right here. And that was also just 2 fantastic days on the river. Very different days 3 and 4. And so just an amazing time. We're having an amazing time with Soar Northwest is the outfitter that has taken care of us this trip. We are having a blast on the rafts. We're having a blast in camp. We're eating well. This is a fantastic way, guys, to get your kids outside. If you are a mom or dad and you're thinking, man, I'd love to do something like this with my kids, don't hesitate to book a trip like this. You don't have to have rafting experience. They'll teach you everything you need to know. It has been incredible, and I will definitely do this again. So with that, let's start day 5. We started the day with a beautiful view of the river and an awesome breakfast of breakfast burritos. Ari prepared the eggs, and then we had Sandy there ready to help us with all of the fixins for our burritos. Hey guys, I'm here with Ari Kotler. Ari owns Soar Northwest. He's our outfitter and guide for this trip. I just wanted to introduce him to you because we were having a fantastic time. So,
Morning.
Ari, most of the people who watch this video are people who have probably never done this before. What would you say to them if they're thinking about it, or,
6 days in the Idaho wilderness, floating down a river through one of the deepest canyons in the country, and we'll take good care of you. I see some amazing wildlife, fun whitewater, really family friendly, big beaches. We have a good time. We take good care of you, and it's an amazing experience, really.
Yeah, it is, guys. Like I said, we've seen black bear, we've seen bighorn sheep, yellow-bellied marmots, all kinds of stuff. So it's been really, really fun. The water's been fun. Great splashing. We eat well. So you're a former cook, and so
yeah, we love cooking for you. A lot of Dutch oven, a lot of grilling, a lot of good food, fresh salad. So hearty and healthy is what we claim. So.
Yeah, and good food definitely makes a trip. So. Families, like what would you recommend for moms and dads with kids?
The minimum age on this stretch of water is 6 years old, and so don't need any prior experience, and you just need a physical ability to be able to get around camp and set up some tents and stuff like that. But we take care of most of the hard lifting and all the hard lifting and rowing the boats and stuff like that, and so we'll work with you whatever you need. So.
So Ari's got great gear. The tents that he uses are really easy to set up. They teach us how to set up tents the first day. So if you're one of my viewers who's an RV guy normally, and you're not really a tent camper, they show you how to set up the tent. It's really, really comfortable. They've got great sleeping mats, good sleeping bags. You're pretty comfortable, and most of the time we're camping on sand, so it's really soft and
the Idaho Riviera. That's what we like to call it.
Right on. So. Ari, what is there anything else that you want to say about Soar Northwest, or how you do things different than other folks that might guide on the river?
Our trips tend to be a bit smaller. Where a lot of trips get up to 30 people. We will a full charter at 12 guests and 4 guides. We'll make it work. And it's just the Idaho wilderness. It's a really unique place. This is a free-flowing river right here. You can see it's a little muddy. We had some rains past few days, so blew out some creek somewhere upstream, and it's an amazing part of this country. It's an amazing wilderness area, and it's a really unique opportunity to bring families, get out, disconnect to reconnect is what we like to say. Mm-hmm. No cellular service, no roads coming in, and it's a great way to spend a week with your family and just have some good quality time.
Mm-hmm. And for anybody concerned about safety, you've got safety covered.
Safety's number one, always. Safety's number one on the water, around camp, and whatever it takes. So we've got your back. So that's absolutely number one priority.
And so if somebody wants to book a trip, how do they get a hold of you?
SoarNorthwest.com or check out the website. So I've got a lot of information on that site, www.soarnorthwest.com.
And I'll put a link down in the description below so you'll be able to click that link and get connected with Ari.
I'm going to be the one that answers. So
it's true. I've called him a bunch of times asking questions, and that's another great thing. I've never done this before, so I called Ari a couple times asking questions, and if he was on the river, he always got back to me. And so, it was just really good communication up front. You guys can be really confident if you want to book a trip with Ari that you're going to get taken care of and get your questions answered and have a fantastic time. So Ari, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Kevin.
Really appreciate you taking us down the river, and
absolutely.
I can't
wait. Great week.
I can't wait to do it again.
Let's do it.
So, thanks.
Thanks.
Here's one last look at this campsite as we pack things away and the guides are busy packing the boats. Pretty soon we'd be on the river. We're recording, and then I can kind of go show everybody what we're seeing. My nephew Lucas was interested in the camera and the filming. We had a good time riding in the boat together. And then I can do this. I can turn around. Now we're on camera, so smile and wave. All right? There you can get Mr. Ari back there rowing the boat. Then I can turn back around. And we can look forward again. All of our guides were great with the kids, but the kids really loved Ari. If you are booking a trip like this or thinking about booking a trip like this and you have young kids, as you can see here, they'll have a great time and make memories that'll last forever.
Push now.
Hi, Garrett. Oh, cool. Our first stop of the day was to the house of Chinese-American pioneer Polly Bemis. Polly Bemis lived in Idaho in the late 19th and early 20th century, and she had an incredible story. She was once either a prostitute or a concubine, but she was owned, and a man bought her freedom or won it in a poker game, if you believe the story. They were then married. Polly saved his life twice, once from a fire that burned down their home, and once because her husband was shot in the face. It must be really tough to live along the banks of the River of No Return. They farmed and ranched, and they lived in a house that was very, very small, a little cabin. We were able to tour the cabin,
that was restored. It's now a registered National Historic Place, and we were able to take a look at the cabin and grounds and just imagine what it was like to live like Polybemus. We always had the most amazing spots to eat lunch. And to this day, I wish that these were my normal views during my lunch hour when I'm working. The guys always created nice, healthy, hearty lunches, and we really worked up an appetite when we were on the river. But it was time to get back on the river soon and enjoy the rest of our day as we headed down the main salmon. Dock her right in there, huh?
Yeah, you'll go up top and just...
Yeah. So how many guides do you have total?
Here I probably have 8.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's always...
Yep, there it is. Nope. You know how to get what you want. There we go. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, that was a good one. I've fished in a lot of places, but I have never fished from a raft going through whitewater rapids. It was pretty awesome, I'll have to say. I need to do that again. As we hit the calmer water, it was time to cast out my rooster tail or mep spinner and give it a try. While I didn't catch anything, I had a blast trying, and look at that blue sky. Could it get any better than this? See if we can find any fish before we hit that big one, huh? Get advantage of a little, maybe less wind. Dun dun dun. As it gets faster, it pulls it to the surface. Not enough weight. Goes, let it down, let it sink a little. On the bottom, though, I can feel the bottom, so that's good. That was a rock. I felt the rock. I've trolled for marlin and mahi in the Bahamas. I've trolled for big pike and muskie in Minnesota, but I've never trolled for trout in Idaho until now. Yeah.
Gotcha.
How was that one?
Great shot.
That was a good one. Woo!
It's only even on the freaking enormous one.
Yeah? Alright, let's see if we can troll through this, huh? Keep it up high. Although it might be running so fast it might not even troll. There we go. Oh, didn't get us that one. Yep, that's about it for me. Alright. Oh, we crashed.
I love it.
Brett, just get the other stuff and give you a hand.
Wait, you.
Nope. Not right here.
Are you floating?
I'm floating. Yep.
I'm good. Stay with everybody else.
Careful.
I am. Yeah.
Oh.
Nope, I can't reach it.
Oh. Oh. I gotta make sure I get Will in the water. I get Will's head anyway. There it is.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. With the water being so murky, it's like it's just a floating head.
Whee! We got everybody helping on the beach, running around. Papa Wayne's over here. Heidi's over here. They're swimming.
It is
Now,
it is brisk.
now it's already like it's like if I submerge myself, it's like just 6 feet here. That's like a toe on the ground.
Yeah.
5'11".
Dad, you can't see anything.
The life jacket for this float.
Dad, you go under it's black.
Yeah, I don't know why you're bothering with goggles. It's like the campsites just got better and better and better. Check out this spot and check out this beach. We had lots of room to set up our tents. And so we picked this far corner over here, got our tent set up, and then it was pretty soon time for dinner, a nice fire, and watching the sun go down. It was a great time to relax and just think on the day. There was the sunset. Just spectacular. Okay guys, it's the last day of the trip. We had a fantastic day yesterday. Beautiful day on the river. Stopped and saw a really neat little cabin from one of the settlers in this region. And just a really, really neat time. Camp was beautiful. We had an amazing dinner of steaks and potatoes and vegetables. Just a wonderful time. The guides are amazing cooks. So today is the last day. It's a short run down to the takeout. We do have one more big rapid, which I'm really looking forward to. And then we pull the stuff out of the boats and we pack up the bus for our long bus ride back to Missoula, Montana. This is a wilderness area, so there's not a lot of roads in and out, so it makes for a long bus ride, but it is absolutely worth it to come to a place like this to suffer a long bus ride back to civilization. And we will say goodbye to our guides, who have been fantastic. So if any of my guides are watching this, Brett, John, Sandy, Ari, you guys have done a fantastic job, and I thank you
tremendously for this trip and this time with my family. It's been absolutely amazing. So I'm looking forward to our last day. I'm looking forward to the last float down the river, but I will be definitely sad to leave this place. It has been amazing. So let's go for a ride, and we'll see you at the takeout.
I took advantage of this last morning to try just a little more fishing. Still didn't catch anything, but had a blast just throwing my baits out into the water. And check out this sunrise. This was just an amazing sunrise. I never got tired of looking around and seeing the scenery on the Salmon River. Garrett decided to sleep his last night under the stars, didn't bother to even get in a tent. Here he is in the morning looking like he's ready to tackle the day. And as we started to break camp after breakfast, it was time to just pack up the boats one last time. We made box lunches for ourselves for the bus ride home. And it was just time to tear our tents down one last time, spend our last moments on the beach, use the groover if we needed to, which was, if you haven't seen how you go to the bathroom on the Idaho Riviera, be sure to check out video number 2, which was days 3 and 4. Of course, Barb went to climb some rocks and just do some bouldering, I guess, at the campsite as we were waiting to get on our way down the river. And of course, like all of our days, we took a daily selfie. Here's my family, my son Delaney, my son Garrett, and my wife Barb and I. And then we took a big group photo of our entire group, including our guides, who by this time probably were ready to get rid of us, but they didn't show it. We loved having Ari, Sandy, Brett, and John with us. The last day had a little bit of rain, so I didn't take a lot of photos with my big camera, which I kind of regret, but I did have the GoPro out quite a bit and caught these shots of the guys in the paddle boat. And Sandy and I just had a great float down the river on our last day. Oh no. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how they stay dry enough to stay warm. Yeah, yeah. Our first sign of civilization, the boat ramp on the left that the jet boats would use to put in, we knew that we were getting close. That water's warmer than the rain. It's kind of nice. Yeah. Give me thumbs up. Thumbs up, Delaney. He's like, I'm not letting go of the strap.
Now. Pretty mean spots in there.
Yeah. So why do you approach it sideways?
So you see how like right where we started the rafting, see how there's two rocks up there?
Yep.
And you see the sort of little lower one that's longer and skinnier?
Yep.
You notice how there was a little bit of a time that Eddie did?
Yeah.
Trying to grab that piece.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So most of the work's already done before you even drop it.
Right.
Yeah, Garrett. Yeah. Good stuff, buddy. Yeah.
Smile for the GoPro. Yeah. Just need to figure out how to do it.
They do that at crazy whitewater, like
Yeah.
I get back to that.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm thinking like 4 days.
Watching Garrett on the ducky was a whole lot of fun. He loved that thing. He even came home and talked about buying one. I reminded him that we lived in Florida where there is absolutely zero white water and that he wouldn't use it a lot. I think we talked him out of it, but he seriously wants to go back to Idaho, and maybe I'll get to tag along with him.
It's funny how it stalls you out. Like it.
Yeah, you look back upstream.
Oh yeah.
Only a danger zone.
Yep.
That can keep it through lunch.
Yeah. Well, you got a long day, so I guess we don't have to do that. I was waiting for the cooler weather. We finally got it. All the junk emails from, you know, you get on these lists if you do business with people, and then you get on their newsletters and all that, you know. Then I'm involved in some professional organizations, so you get all their emails. I just get a lot of emails. It's funny how the closer we got to the takeout point, the more my mind started to think about all the things I needed to do once I got back. I started talking about how many emails I was going to have and how many things I needed to do. And my wife and I own a graphic design and web marketing business, and this is the first time we'd been away from our business without phone or internet for an entire week. The first time in 15 years that we've ever experienced that. And it was just a time to kind of take in the last sights, but know that it was going to be time to get back to work here soon. I wish I could have stayed on the river another week. Oh, what a trip. I know we've said it a bunch, but you guys blew our expectations out of the water.
It's awesome.
You just, man, you guys crushed it.
Feedback never gets old here.
Right on. It's been amazing.
Good deal.
So we made it to the takeout point, and it's amazing how much gear comes out of these boats. Coolers and rigging and tents and camp chairs and cook stoves and all this stuff that the guys have in these rafts. It's just amazing. And so we chipped in and helped pull stuff out of the boats and kind of de-rig them, and then we watched as they deflated them and actually rolled them up into giant stuff sacks. It's kind of a joke with my kids now, is that everything in camping needs a stuff sack, including your boat. And of course, some people worked harder than others. As you can see my son Delaney there helping to deflate a boat. That's probably the best job around. Of course, John had the worst one, mixing some water into the groovers. I made a mistake of asking what they did with the contents of the groovers, and I will spare YouTube land from telling the story of how they get rid of the waste in the groovers. As you can see, everything just comes out of these boats. It was really, really neat to watch the guys and lend a hand. And it was time to say goodbye to Mira as well. She was an awesome companion on our trip, and we will miss her. And I was glad to see my pups when I got home. And here's the last view of the Salmon River at the takeout. There's this really awesome bridge that you can cross the river on. And here's a look downstream until we go back again. Well, guys, as you can see, I'm back home in sunny Florida, but I had an amazing time whitewater rafting the main Salmon River in Idaho. I want to thank my mother-in-law and father-in-law, Wayne and Carolyn, for planning this trip for our family. We had an amazing time. Thank you so much. I also want to thank Ari at Soar Northwest for taking us down the river. He has a fantastic business, and I definitely recommend Soar Northwest if you want to take a trip like this. And I also want to thank our guides, John, Brett, and Sandy. You guys did a fantastic job. Thank you so much for making memories with us, with our family. And guys, I just want to say that if you want to do something like this, this is the kind of thing that you need to start planning now. They only allow so many launches per day on the main Salmon River. So if you want to hit the main Salmon,
I would give Ari a call and start planning your trip. This might be the kind of thing that you need to even book out a year or two in advance. So definitely get planning if you want to do this. But guys, it is totally worth it. I can't think of anything better to help you get your kids interested in getting outside than a whitewater rafting trip. It has everything from the scenery to the wildlife. We saw bald eagles, bears, bighorn sheep, elk, deer, yellow-bellied marmots. We saw everything, guys. It was fantastic. The scenery will blow you away. The rafting is fantastic, and then the camping at night in tents on the stream bank is just incredible. And the food, guys, you're going to eat really well if you book a trip with Ari. So don't hesitate. If this is something you want to do, definitely give it a shot. So guys, Camp Outside exists to help moms and dads get their kids outside, camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. So if you have any questions at all about what you saw in this video, or camping, hiking, and fishing in general, drop something in the comments below. If you've rafted the main Salmon River and you want to tell us about it, drop something in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Also, guys, you can hit us up on our website at www.campoutside.com, or you can hit us up on other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. So if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos, and hit that like button for me. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We will see you next time on Camp Outside.